But yeah, for all of our tier 1 subscribers, we have a bone snapping, which it says snap, but it's kind of hard to see at that resolution. And then we got the like button with the thumbs up, the dislike button. What I'm gonna call disappointed Danaher, which I encourage you guys to use anytime you try something and fail miserably at it. And then a BAM for the big slams from that we all encounter from Mitch or Luke on a bad day. Yeah, let me know which one's your favorite, and of course, what else you guys want. I think I got one more spot for a tier 1 emote, and then I've got like a tier 2 and a tier 3 that I'll eventually get around to doing. But anyway, we're gonna get into footage from this past Thursday. So we got some gi footage back on the docket today. So let's get started. And just a reminder, we're going to be speeding things up a bit here. So we got, looks like Danny and Austin taking their gi tops off on a gi day and wrestling no gi anyway. And then I think Brandon and Cole over here. And then Aiden and Caleb. Oh, and Brooke joined. Cool. And she's currently taking Steven to task. Oh, is that you, Steve? I also heard rumors that Cole was pretty effective with some shoulder crunch sweeping during this training session, so we're going to be looking for that a lot and critiquing as much as we can. And we're a week out from the Good Fight competition on April 2nd, so for everybody who will be competing in that, let's not hurt ourselves too badly this week. What happened with Caleb and Aiden? Oh, Aiden got himself a north-south choke. All right. Very nice. That's always been one of the strangles I struggle with. I know Mike has such a better north-south game than I do. Maybe I have to pick his brain about that later. What's up, James? What's your favorite day? Gi day. What are these two doing? A little failed to Sotogari. Looks like Caleb was merciful with his straight ankle lock there. What's up, Joe? Skip ahead. Oh, wait. Let's see. Looks like Brandon was having fun with the back take there. So, Brandon, if you were trying to do this ninja roll, if this was the one that you were thinking about that we did, I think last week, trying to think, you're not rolling in the right direction here. So it would be, let me think about this, because you're doing it from the side I do. I go opposite of. I'm gonna shut my mouth because I'm thinking about it in, I guess, right-handed terms. But I feel like you're rolling the wrong way here. Like you're rolling across the body instead of your head being on this side of the body and rolling over your right shoulder. But I'll have to This is one of those moves that I'll have to get back on the mat and try again before I give you any tips about it. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I swear to God, you guys just take your gi tops off, and it's like, why do we even train gi? I don't care. Yeah, it was wrong. Yeah, I think you were just rolling over the wrong shoulder on the wrong side of the body. The leg configuration is what I'm getting twisted up in my head. So I'm not entirely sure if that was correct or not, but we can go over that class.
What's up?
What's up, Mike? Let me get you on camera here. What's going on, dude? You missed it, man. Aiden hit a north-south choke on Caleb.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is pretty sweet.
I didn't know that happened. I was there.
Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. Right up under the TV.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, it looks like Kayla was doing his best to defend it too, so it was solid.
Yeah, really good. And Brandon, it looks like you're rolling with some intensity here, which is good to see. I'm glad you're feeling comfortable with the state of your ankle right now. I mean, it was like a week ago, I think, a week or two ago, you and I were just rolling kind of light and moving around. Now it looks like you're trying to put some work in.
Nice guard break.
Yep. I feel like he's definitely a case where that like kneeling guard break can work for him because of how long his legs are. Like
the length. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Definitely not me.
But look at this. Now he's doing the standing guard break. I love seeing people throwing things into the mix like that, right?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, and just sort of keep in mind to everybody on the mat in gi, like that standing guard break can be a bit more difficult since you have grips to contend with. You gotta get the grips off of your lapel if your opponent has them, which can be difficult, but it's still a perfectly viable guard break. You just have a little bit more to worry about with the grips. Yeah, for everybody who's recently joined, you too, Mike. If you check out the chat, I made a bunch more little emotes. So we got our thumbs up for liking stuff, our thumbs down. I've got a bam for some big slams. I've got a bone snapping, and I made a very tiny Danaher head.
No way.
Yeah, I think we should use it for disappointment. Whenever these training partners of ours execute poor moves, there you go. So yeah, use it, man. Tell me what you guys like awesome. And what else you want to see. I'll try to make some more. I'm limited. I have one slot for the tier 2 subscribers, one for the tier 3, and then I think if we get a few more subscribers, like more slots open up, I think is how it works. So spread the word. Let's go back to that armbar attempt here.
It was a lat capture, right? He throws it into the lat there.
That was a good off bouncing from Brandon, and then a really great recovery from Steven here.
Yep.
Right, so Steven blocks the sweep, and then immediately comes back on that arm. So now he's starting to walk up the body, and then that's I think your hips are a little low relative to Brandon's body, so it's just gonna be that much more difficult to get the leg over. Not that it's impossible, right? But that seems like maybe where that move went wrong. But it was a good attempt.
It's funny because like I was watching Aiden in the corner there a few minutes ago, and even when we were talking on Thursday, Aiden was asking a lot about like the clamp guard, right? Which is effectively, if you think about it, it's just, the opponent's arm being in the armpit like that, right? And if you put him on bottom, then he's got that clamp entry opportunity.
Right. Yeah, right here.
Right? Just like he has here, right? I mean, I'm interested in learning more about how to utilize this position, because I know I get shut down. See how Brandon is staying fairly heavy on Steven's right hip here. It makes it difficult for Steven to cut the corner the way that he needs to, right? And really shift his weight to the left in order to really set up that, he's got to get up onto his left-hand side, onto the left hip, and then start cutting the angle. And I know just for my own development, I need to figure out what to do there in order to, allow that hip switch to be more effective.
Yeah, well, I think with the amount of room you have here, like this is where inverting the bottom leg, so Steven's right or left leg in this case, kind of like we do when we go to that side scissor position, like that's going to be key to scooting the hips out, right? So like pointing the sole of your foot to the ceiling and using your hamstring of your what would become your top side leg, pushing off of his body is going to help that hip switch. And then with a deep enough overhook like this, you're already in a good spot. But then you've got to get, you want to next think about getting your Steven in this case, getting your left foot planted on Brandon's hip, the right leg over across the back, like you kind of want it to be up across the shoulders at that point, and then touch your heel to your knee to make a full nice closed circle around him at that point. And then you could start to work. Clamp guarding gi is like, there's so much you can do there. Like, from in no gi, you have plenty of options too, but you just have so much more control in the gi. So something to work on for sure. Skip ahead. Where were we? A bow and arrow attempt. Got it. Let's look at that again. So, way to stay on the back, and then even from that, like early on, I wouldn't, if I was looking at this, at no point would I say like confidently Steven has the back, right? There's this freeze frame here where it looks that way, but Brandon's moving and sliding his hips out the other way, but Steven manages to stay connected up top, and I assume he's feeding Brandon's left side lapel to his own right hand at this point to set up the strangle, and then he's already on a good angle to hit that, being perpendicular to him. And it looks like Austin's trying to take off Aiden's head right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. This Thursday we went over a bunch of bow and arrow variations in the advanced class.
Nice.
And we just briefly touched on the shoulder, like hiking it over the shoulder, which is the way that Steven just finished that one. That's a nice armbar.
Yeah, it looks like Brandon, you're just getting a little overextended here. You're not really on balance, so when you're not balanced, you don't have a good foundation for even attempting a submission escape, right? So it's just going to be a little bit tougher with Steven keeping you off balance like that. And it looked like Steven was getting ready to try to flip Brandon over if he needed to.
Yep.
Did you train James on Thursday?
He did in the advanced class.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Leveling up.
And like all we did was strangles. Basically the bow and arrow and sliding gi choke, sliding lapel choke.
Yeah, bow and arrows still, it just holds a special place in my heart for strangling people.
Yeah.
It's just such a powerful strangle. Like when you hit it right, it just, you almost feel bad for your opponent. Like, because you
It
know.
can be lights out.
Yeah. All right, Jason and Aiden. Steven and Caleb.
Yeah. This night there was like the exchanging of the gi tops.
Yeah.
Some people were like, "Oh, I want to train no gi," and then others were like, "Let's put the gi on."
Yeah.
It's good.
I was making fun of them at the start. Jason with a collar drag. Good.
And we went over that in class. That was move of the day.
Hell yeah. I'm sure I'm just parroting anything you already said about it at class, but it's such a, collar drag is such a great takedown for jiu-jitsu as far as like high percentage, low risk. As long as you get out of the way, you know, there's a good chance that you're not going to be countered. Like, you're not going to be put in any significant danger, and your guy's going to come down to the mat with you. So great one to have in your arsenal if you don't have solid wrestling, or if you don't have confidence in some of your like judo style takedowns. Work the collar drag. I feel like you did the collar drag for a while. Like, you were just all about it for a good like month or two.
Yep.
And it got super annoying. Like, in that time, I think I got better at grip breaking because I was so paranoid of your collar drags.
Yep. Aiden's doing a fantastic job of battling trying to win the underhook battle, and not like, you could tell that he is extremely aware of his advantage in this position, right? And he does not want to give this up.
Yeah. Smart with the belt grip to make it difficult.
And like, you hear us talking about it when we talk about half guard, that it's kind of I would call it a binary position. You either want to be very, very low on the hips with a tight waist grip when you start coming into the half guard for your underhook, or very, very high, either on the far trap or even on the near shoulder is effective. And here you could see that that Aiden has the belt grip, and this is one of those times to where you can kind of float a little bit in the middle, as long as you're aware of the wizard potential, I guess.
Yeah, and the darces that come from that, and
yep,
or just the general front headlocks. Yeah, Danny's always great at reminding you how vulnerable you are to a darce strangle from that bottom half guard with the underhook, which we all want to win, and it could definitely leaves you vulnerable if you're not smart about how you're heisting up. All right, Aiden starting to work a shoulder crunch, thinking about it at least.
And now he's looking for a head and arm position. At least you could sweep from there, right? Like, you can. It's a very good position to be in. Good grip.
What's going on with Caleb and Steven here? Steven
wants to arm.
Steven it looked like Steven almost put himself in that position more than anything. The way he was trying to turtle up.
Yeah.
Caleb was a little too high over the hips. Rip that out.
Yeah.
Good.
And go for the straight ankle.
Yeah. Oh, and Austin working a collar drag as well. But that's so this is a case where if you don't get out of the way, right? If you don't cut that angle on the side, you end up just pulling the guy pretty much on top of you, right? Unless he was able to keep Cole going. But now he has to play from guard as opposed to putting Cole down to the mat and then coming up to a top position. I wonder if Mango's gonna jump on the chat. Curious to hear how his first day back to class went post injury. I don't think he's in here yet. Aiden's doing a good job of disrupting the base. All right, what did Steven and Caleb do? Missed everything. Looks like a knee bar attempt. Knee bar to a toe hold.
Yeah.
I think he got it.
Yeah. I think that was toe hold. Yep.
Handicap Steven on a tear. Toe hold.
So Danny had a really nice takedown. Sorry, I interrupted.
No. I missed it.
So he comes over for the front headlock, and this is the one that Luke liked. He went over in Nogi a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So he gets into the front headlock position and takes him over the arm side. So he's got arm in guillotine, and takes him down.
And he's got both legs inside for this one.
Yep, like a sumogeshi.
And then this was awesome. So both legs in, but notice he drops the leg on the side that he's turning to use as a power leg to drive through, which is excellent technique. Really, really good. Super good to see that. And notice, I mean, I'll play it at full speed. It's not like it turned this takedown into a super dynamic move, but it could be just enough. And watch how quick it happens. Like you'd almost miss it if you were just watching, right? Without the benefit of the slow-mo.
So in the way that Danny got that setup was actually from Brandon trying to set up an arm drag. So he's setting up the arm drag and he's reaching back for the belt. So he's coming back around, and he basically, Brandon on this one, I love the arm drag and then reaching behind and trying to snag the belt, or even just like a cloth on the back. But you have to like continue to commit. I do this too. Like this is something that I have to work on as well, but you have to continue to circle and cut that angle, because notice that's like there's an inflection point here of where you start to step around, and Danny notices that you've stopped basically, and then he starts to turn, so then his torque becomes more than yours, right? And then eventually he can snatch the head.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was off a collar drag, not an arm drag, just based on Brandon's arm, on his connection there, right? It looked like he was trying to step. And so when you taught the collar drag, when you went over to class, did you emphasize the drop to the mat?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't as a method of getting behind, it was a method of taking down.
That's right.
So yeah, like there's no level change here. If you were trying to execute a collar drag, there was no level change here, right? If you sat to a hip and put your leg across, you could execute it as a takedown, like a trip. But since you're standing, you're gonna enter into this battle that, just like you were saying, it's like that mutual arm drag fight that you get into where you guys just kind of turn and somebody gets the jump on it. But then Danny jumps off that sleeve grip that he had at the wrist and then just goes over for the head, arm in. Cool. Did we have was this one of our visitors walking off the side?
Yep, Steve. Nice guy. Yeah.
Good. We got to start getting rid of some of our current Steves.
At this point, he'll just keep sitting on his foot and popping his ankle.
Yeah, he'll break himself down. Nobody submits me but me.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
We've got an emote for what happened to your ankle now. We'll just say bone snaps work for sprains too.
Sprains.
Yeah.
Level 2 sprains.
Anything that pops. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a nice get up by Aiden. He's noticing that Jason's back on his heels and just takes advantage of it.
Really well timed hip bump, yeah.
Yeah.
And notice the connection here, right? Like he's got the sleeve grip. Most times you'll see guys try to execute this by extending their hand like way past the arm or like way over their shoulder and sitting through. And you know, sometimes to a lesser extent like this side of the head where they use it almost like a head throw from a standing position.
That's how Danaher teaches it. Yeah.
Yeah, and in this case, he's got a sleeve grip, which prevents Jason from basing out on that side if he were to. Good round.
Yeah, it was fun to watch that night.
I want to see some of these shoulder crunches from Cole.
Yeah, I think we went over it right before he trained with Steven. Maybe, I can't remember. Or maybe we went after this one and he trained with Steven again.
His passing here is like I could feel the pressure he's putting on Steven right now. Just like,
yep,
really good knee staple there. And okay, it looks like Steven. I thought he got the leg pummel over, but that's fine. Points Steven's knees away. Puts on that heavy top pressure. I hope Cole didn't see Gordon Ryan versus Jacob Couch, because I don't want him to know that people will tap to very, very, very heavy top pressure.
Yeah.
Now Cole's just going to like squeeze the life out of all of us from NS mount.
So he's doing a good job of trying to collect the arms, see what he can do with them.
Yeah, and I like that even, you know, Cole's not totally in like the final position for that. Like he's still a little high up on the arm, like his ear's a little close to the elbow. And he knows that, and that's why he hasn't dismounted yet. Like he hasn't dismounted too early on this to finish the arm triangle. He's waiting until he gets the grip, gets the strangle in place, and then you can look to finish it up. It's like dialing in on your finishing mechanics and making sure that they're tight before you try to send it, you know?
Yep.
I don't like what he's doing with his arm, though. Like, maybe this is just me, but like the way his left arm is
folded under the neck.
Yeah, it's almost like if Steven wasn't there, he's basically putting himself into a Kimura kind of position. Like, see how his arm just doesn't. I feel like that's too close to a vulnerable position for the arm. Man, if I could get away with playing Eye of the Tiger, I would.
We don't allow it.
I can't I can't afford the lawsuit. Which sweep are you talking about? The is it the 'cause the hip bump was a while ago. Was it the one that Steven was trying to work? Like that? That might be. Let's see real quick. Because Steven, let's see. It's hard to tell where. So Cole's leg is on the outside position. Steven doesn't really have an opportunity to sweep here. It's because there's no control over Cole's base, right? He's got his leg on the outside here. He's got his hand here. So like there's no UPA. There's nothing like that. The grip that he has on the arm here, I don't know, man. I can't really think like what would you do from here?
For me, when Cole's in this position, my right hand's going into his armpit, right, and I'm gonna try and guide him to the left hand side, to my left, and I'm gonna try and pummel my right hand in so that I can get pummel my left hand in to replace my right hand and put it into the armpit, and I'm pushing him down my body.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see what you mean, Steven. I'm trying to get the Kimura.
Good awareness from Cole. I like how he backstepped right out of it.
Yeah. And from Steven there to immediately get that elbow down.
Yeah. Okay. God, I wish he would take the back. Like, that would be so dangerous to have him fighting on your back, you know?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I just got a good idea for an emote. We're going to make a muffler emote. And it's going to just be a picture of a muffler. I'm writing that down right now. Yeah, imagine Cole executing bow and arrow chokes.
Yeah.
Like how awful that would be.
I can hear my lapel tearing.
Yeah, that would be the only escape, is to like yank on the other side of his grip to try to get your lapel to tear off.
Mm-hmm. Also, look at the leg pummeling that Cole was just doing in order to score back to the mount. So even before that, he was inside. So how he's transitioning his legs. Do you see how he's using his feet across the hip?
Did I go too far back? Yeah, here we go.
A little bit. Yeah, it's getting there. But you'll see him, I think, dismount actually to his left-hand side, to our right.
If I need to go further back, I can. I thought I caught him.
No, I think it's here.
Oh, okay.
So he dismounts using his left arm to pin. Do you see that the shoulder, and then his right foot goes across the hip and then secures the mount again.
Yeah. It's almost as if he didn't need to get off mount.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then there's the back
There
again.
we go. Oh. What happened with Danny and Brandon here a second ago? It's like Danny.
Triangle.
Triangle? Nice. Yeah, Brandon, if you're like, since I've seen you get caught in an armbar and a triangle during this, I want you to start thinking about when you get into those positions. First off, if you know you're like dead to rights and you're probably not going to escape, like especially like one of us, Danny, Cole, Steven, any of the higher belts, like let's take a pause on that and start working your submission escapes. So, you know, if Danny catches you in a triangle again, just be like, all right, it's like tap early, whatever, and then ask him how he would get out of it. And one of the first things that he's going to tell you is start trying to get your posture back. It's not absolutely necessary all the time, but it's a good place to start. And that's something I want to see you doing a bit more of. Let's finish this thought and then we'll look at that. So like right here where you get really overextended, kind of like what we saw with that arm bar, I want you to start thinking about trying to get your knees back underneath you, and then we can start, you know, digging into the nitty-gritty of some of those submission escapes, because you're at the point where you definitely want to be polishing up submission escapes, not just position escapes. Yeah, so I totally missed what Cole and Steven were doing. All right, so he's on that shoulder crunch.
He is.
And he took him the other way.
Yeah, that's the way that I told him to take it, because a lot of people don't expect it.
Yeah.
It puts a ton of torque on the shoulder, and, you know, you either go or your arm starts to really, really hurt and eventually snap. So you may as well go.
Even what? I kind of want to see what he does with his legs here. So I think he's got some pressure extending this way on Steven's left leg, just judging by how his hips fall here, where he sweeps his legs out and then comes up. And then, yeah, with Steven turning the other way and Cole turning over, that is a lot, or has the potential to be a lot of pressure on the shoulder. And now it's very well isolated. Steven's belly down. He can't even get his other arm in to defend. And probably having a difficult time getting his hips up to try to turtle. This is a nightmare.
And then he was gloating to me on how he got it. He got the shoulder crunch.
Yeah, but he didn't get the finish. Steven's in one of the most vulnerable positions you could be in, and somehow Cole hasn't tapped him yet. Trying to do CPR on his jaw. I don't know what that is. I mean, either way, great shoulder crunch sweep.
Yeah.
Pretty pissed he knows those now. Good. Appropriate use of the Danaher face. Zip ahead. Oh, Brooke has entered the chat.
I think they have to stop for a second too, because I think she either had her earrings on or something. But
all right, good takedown. And I want to see. Let's see what Brandon does with this. All right, so he comes up to half guard. So just recognize here, Brandon, because you started this takedown from behind him. So, you know, that immediately just tells me taking his back is an option here, right? If you were able to shrug his arm off of your head, which is easier than you might think, but you drag him down right here with this hook, with your top hook here, you can take him in the opposite direction, right? Like pulling him like you're rolling towards the TV to free up your bottom leg to get that hook in. Let you kind of shift your hips out and get a successful back take. Failing that, you'd want to come up on the mount. It looks like Aiden does a great job here, though, early on, tracking your knee and making sure as you come up, he captures you in a half guard. Oh, Danny getting slung around. Austin, I'm gonna beat your ass. Alright, at least they're fighting.
Austin's gonna be looking like a badass. Just cauliflower ear.
Oh yeah, I gotta see that. I'm gonna flick it when I see him. I'm gonna hit him with a mounted triangle and just flick his ear. Ooh, maybe a cauliflower emote. That'd be cool. What's Danny doing? Damn, how did Danny just like jumped to her back? You see that?
Well, she turtled up, and then as she was bringing her knees into her chest, he put his hooks in.
We do we do pre-orders because we don't like to hold inventory, but we can. I mean, I'll see if we have any left over. I know we normally have a few extras. What size would you want if you wanted to get one? That'll be the big question because I don't know how much we have in stock still, if any. But I never thought next time we're doing a pre-order we should mention it here too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be worldwide. Actually, deathcore's near Fayetteville, so still pretty close. Yeah, cool. I'll check it out, man. I'll let you know. Could have used the muffler. Yeah, man. I'll make that one. That'll be cool. I just can't wait to start putting them behind the higher tier paywalls so you guys have to really pay for them. I could bilk you for more of your money. Damn, Brooke and Danny are having a dogfight here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I missed a bunch of it. So Danny rolls her and then almost ends up with his back taken there, but he's... It's interesting because she has his back, but like she doesn't have control inside the legs, so Danny's able to slip out.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's in... Oh. Had a chance for cross Ashi there. Or even reverse Ashi, which is just 90 degrees away from cross.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a lot of good scrambles.
Yeah, you guys are getting after it. Oh, and he hits you with the Darce. I'll have to go back on that one. And he gets it. Let's see. Right at the bell. Oh, so embarrassing. God, imagine being Brooke. So, what's going on here?
Aiden had a slick takedown, yeah. I know that's what you weren't looking at that, but
Yeah, while we're here. Is it too many frames back? Let's see.
no, it's not too. Right there, yeah.
Just to click through.
So he's got that overhook, and then he goes like he locks the shoulder down with the left arm.
Yeah, and I just want to point out here, Brandon is in a great spot for a takedown. So
yes, he is.
Whatever Aiden's about to do here is a solid counter, because that was a very bad position that he was in. Ah, okay, nice. Taking a page out of Mitch's book.
Yeah.
I forgot what those are called. The jiu-jitsu or the judo name for them.
I do not know.
Because it's not a seoinage.
It's very similar to one though.
Yeah. So Danny comes up on a front headlock with the arm in. Oh, okay. And then he just reaches all the way through. Interesting.
Yeah.
But look at where his hips are relative to Brooke, right? So I'm pretty sure Brooke has passed him already. Like both his legs are on the outside, Brooke's on the side. This is just Danny Brand darsing. Like, that's solid.
Yeah,
that's
but he has
instantly deep.
He has to get his hips out in order to get the lock fully in place.
Yeah.
And then for him to finish, then he gets his hips back.
Yeah. And it looks like give Steven his credit here. I don't know what he's doing down here. Down in the center. But I think it looks like he finishes with an Americana from this like kind of a quarter armbar position without sitting back.
Oh yeah. Like right over the hip.
Yeah. Some dense action. Let's see. I don't know who's done what. Let's just say. What do we have going on here? There's a handful in the office. Yeah, Brooks. I mean, what? I've been training with Bertram for I don't know how long now. So Brooke, I think Brooke was like 13 when I started training.
Yeah, she was.
And she's a wrestler and a purple belt and trains all the time. And definitely one of the people you put newbies with an ego with if you want to bring them back down to earth.
You have some highly questionable judo. That was a pretty awesome double leg.
Let's from Aiden?
No, from Steven.
Oh, let's see, I missed it. Bam.
Boom.
Trying to crack the rest of his ribs. I think that it was Steven and Aiden a few weeks ago, where Steven just like trounced him. Snap. And now he's just putting on that Gordon Ryan top pressure. Looks like head and arm. Or arm triangle, rather. Bam. I love it, man. I love seeing you guys using these. Because you have no idea how difficult it is to learn image editing software when you're not good at it. I spent a good portion of Saturday when I was sick making like, dude, making a GIF is stupid. It's so hard. And I like worked from something I already found and then like had to modify it, and I was just like, oh my god, they better appreciate this. And I'm happy to see you guys are using it. So Aiden is not in a great spot, and I would not recommend doing that. And that's
Steven, I'm like
my analysis.
99% sure. Yeah, you could have like stepped over for an armbar on that one. Now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, dude. This is flying armbar territory, but not the kind Daniel's been doing from the front. This is one of those gnarly step over ones. Like if he stepped over with his left leg and just like took his head down towards the mat. Or here, step over with the right leg,
Yep.
I guess prior to Aiden getting his grip behind the knee. Yeah, that was armbar city. But Aiden got out of it, which is good.
Caleb and Brandon were going pretty hard up top. Aggressive collars. It's good. Good to see. And then I think and then Caleb got what looked like a sumigeshi.
For the takedown?
For the takedown, yeah.
Damn, Cole hit the same version of that shoulder crunch.
Yep.
Going to the same side.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that was the one thing that we went over for about 10 minutes, maybe not even 5 minutes, and he went and hit it again.
Love it.
Aiden's fiery. He's got a look in his eye.
I'd really like to see more of you guys, the ones who know it, from this double ankle position, instead of going for this as your sweep, because you all know, like, you know what Steven's going to do in this case, right? You can try the headstand sweep, right? And if you don't know what that is, talk to me in class and we'll go through it again. I don't know if I teach it every time I go over the standing guard break, but it's a good counter to where your legs don't have to come uncrossed. And you've heard me say it a bunch of times. If you're Aiden in this case, you don't want to uncross your legs, right? Because then Steven will do to your ankle what he did to his own. So what you want to do is keep your ankles crossed and then work a headstand sweep. And again, I'll go over that with you guys another time. It's hard to describe here. But it's a great way to put a guy working the standing guard break back to the mat without having to open your closed guard. Okay, so looks like he's actually trying it.
Yep.
So that's the right grip. But now his legs are open. He's in some trouble.
That is an awkward. What? Now that's a strong breaking position.
For Steven.
Yeah.
Little late footlock attempt there.
That was an interesting knee bar.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No.
He locked down with his knees and, reinforced with his hand, and then he pushed the ankle away. Watch this.
Interesting. God, I wish we had a better angle of this.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could do that, like not an outside senkaku, but like I'm trying to think about how. I gotta make note of this.
Like a straight arm lock, but like a straight knee lock, basically, or something like that. A straight knee bar.
Yeah. Instead of having the triangle on the outside, for like an outside senkaku, ashi position. If you could almost go to like 50-50. I don't know. I want to play around with that. Steven may have found a really sweet little variation there. It'll be the bench press knee bar.
Yeah.
God, every time I see you guys trying the moves that we went over in class, makes me super happy.
Yep.
Even when Danaher would be disappointed in you for sucking. Dude, Cole's handshakes are so violent every time.
They are.
Let's watch it again. Yep, yeah.
Boom.
I feel like he gives me like a boxer's fracture every time we fist bump.
It's like playing that game Bloody Knuckles.
Yeah.
When you were a kid.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
That should be another, like, now that they do slap fights and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They should do a Bloody Knuckles competition. Like, I'll watch it, but I won't do it.
Well, I watch UFC.
Yeah. It's like UFC without the CTE.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it in the head? Did he knee him?
look like it may have happened, but Caleb's no worse for the wear.
He signed a waiver.
Amen. Get a waiver emote. I feel like Steven and Danny were in a guard pulling shootout there.
Well,
Steven
went
just
for the armbar.
He's quicker on the draw.
Yeah. His knee's in a good spot. If you can get that arm.
Yeah, this is kind of like where we saw him with Brandon earlier, like getting him broken down to this kind of turtled up position. Nice, gets
There
it.
Is.
Solid. Don't ever let anybody tell you can't do anything, Steven, just because you're handicapped. Let's move ahead. Looks like Danny got the guard pull this time. Look at that. Look how simple of a guard pass you can do. So just watch. Steven gets his hips up, controls the knees, shucks him to a side, steps right around and closes the distance super fast. Right? So right here. Like a little mini Toriando.
Yep. Now he has the head, he doesn't have the underhook. Danny opts to go.
Looks like he almost got an armbar again.
He reverses it. Yeah.
Oh, meanwhile, Austin's over here getting his ass beat by Brooke.
Yeah.
What happened here?
Nice reversal. Yeah. Or sweep, really.
Yeah.
Back to another sweep. It's got the overhook.
Yeah, so not the same shoulder crunch you've been working at all. This done with the overhook, just keeping.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he took advantage of Caleb hiding his hand here.
Yeah.
Like maybe Caleb thought he would be going for a Kimura or something, but I mean, here's the thing: like his other hand, you know, it's Kimura's a two-handed attempt. So if you know your opponent's hands are, you know, one hand on one side of your body, the other hand on the opposite side, Kimura shouldn't be a threat you need to worry about. So again, I don't know exactly why Caleb was hiding his hand here, but you know that was his base to prevent the sweep. So it looks like he maybe was just trying to get a grip on Cole, but Cole took advantage.
Good exchanges by Steven and Danny.
Yeah. Danny's the only one I know who's made really good use of this what is it, this like bottom side crucifix position.
Yeah.
Where he actively tries to trap your arm. Because like, I mean, I feel like I never, like, I don't know, maybe at white belt I kind of realized like I'm not really attacking anything there, so I'd never do it. And you know, Danny's completely like revisited that and actually uses it to set up his reverse triangles now. And I mean, we've seen him do it here on the stream a bunch of times. Like he's turned it into a pretty threatening little technique that you don't think about, especially if you have like that same sort of idea that you and I probably have about it, where it's like, oh, this isn't going to do anything. Go ahead, take my arm.
Right.
And then next thing you know, he shoves your head down to hang out with your arm, and you're getting strangled.
I couldn't tell whether Cole got that on Caleb or not.
He got the tea bag, but I didn't see a physical tap. Damn, son. What's up with Aiden getting good all of a sudden? Facility, what's up? Thanks for joining us. I know we just missed you last time. God. Maybe I spoke too soon. Solid takedown here, right? This is similar to like Luke's takedown that he likes, but just a different arm configuration. I mean, I don't know, it looks similar. It's got that like rolling finish to it. And then, yeah, he came up and Danny was just ready for it. That was solid. Good, really great exchange from both of them. Let's see. Well, thanks for dropping in, man. Just going over some of our open mat footage from earlier this week. Did that even have an arm in? No.
No.
I wonder if you just cranked on him, or maybe his balls smell really bad. Let's see. I don't know. Like the fact that Aiden's getting caught in like some of these submissions we just saw, like all that tells me is that he's actually trying to do jiu-jitsu. You know, he's going for stuff. He's taking risks. So, you know, all kidding aside, that's exactly how we like to see you guys train. If you're going to be training live like this and working on new skills, right? You're gonna get caught a bunch of times. So it's good stuff. Facility, have you put up any grappling stuff or MMA stuff or anything like that lately? I never get I don't get to watch too often during the day, but I'm always curious if anybody else is going over like footage or stuff on Twitch. Brooke and a gi? What?
I know. Caleb had to coax her.
What is this sorcery?
That was a nice back take. How did he get that? Can you go back a little bit?
Yeah. So yeah, the underhook.
Okay. Yep, underhook. That's
Okay.
why. That's how.
Simple enough. Cool. I'll try to tune in, man.
What time? What time is the stream? I can go check out the channel.
Yeah. Stream technique class from home. Viewers to answer questions. It's a common story, man. Common experience. Damn, Aiden's really threatening here. Nice.
Got it.
Let's go back. Break this down a bit. So let's see. Because we know he got there with that underhook, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right here, I want to see. I didn't even really see much hand fighting. Like it was like he locked it in, and then it was just a fight to the finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. He's working with 2 strangle arms right now, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, you know, maybe Danny was coaching through or giving some tips, but it looks like Danny's in some deep shit right now. Got the elbow lined up with the point of the chin. Solid, man. Great finish. Aiden's on a tear tonight. Yeah, Facility. What time is your open mat stream typically at? Oh, Danny set up the triangle. And that is deep.
Yeah.
She's got the trap.
Okay.
6 p.m. Central. All right. Yeah, you could probably. I mean, it's 7 our time, so.
Yeah.
I mean, since you skip warm ups, you could definitely tune in.
Always warm.
Yeah. Never not warm. All right, so Aiden, got to pick you apart here, man. Let me get my ugly face out of the way. For this triangle escape, right? This crossed ankles over the chest. You want to get the other leg across first, right? It's always the leg that goes over foot first should correspond to the arm that's trapped, right? And here's why. If you think about it, when you put this leg over, you're blocking Danny's hips from turning to the point where now this leg of his can no longer go over your head and turn this into an armbar. So you immediately block his ability to convert his trap triangle into an armbar, right? So focus. I'm glad to see you trying this escape. Focus on getting the corresponding leg over first, and then worry about the other one. Keep me out of the way. What does he do? What does he do? Looks like he's blocking the armbar with his own leg. There, and he gets it. Yeah, so that could have been shut down with a proper execution, but again, really glad to see her working that one. And a great.
That was a nice. Yeah. That was a nice heist up.
I love seeing this, like coming up from the seated position just to hit a takedown and immediately go back down. Like that's it's almost like a feint or like a little bit of a misdirection. That's unique to our sport, you know, like it's since we don't have to worry about getting punched in the face on the way up or eating a kick, you kind of stand up, get your grip, and then immediately use your weight to drop back down again. Take it easy, Justin. We'll see you at class this week. Facility, what school do you train out of? And how long you been training, man? You don't need to. You know, you might catch a knuckle here or there with Danny. It's no big deal. Oh, Danny's out for revenge.
He told me he turned it up after that.
Danny did?
Yeah.
Ethos Jiu-Jitsu. Cool, man. I'll have to look you guys up.
Right on.
And yeah, one little thing I noticed here in Aiden's attempt to escape, right? He did a good thing, right? He went 2-on-1 on the strangle arm. Well, Danny just doubled up his strangle arms and managed.
Yep.
I mean, you could even see the little thumb dig that he did right underneath as Aiden was fully focused on this. You know, he was tucking his chin, sure, but now Danny's got, you know, the one arm to work against the jaw. So that was the beginning of the end on that. And then now
Danny's got the arm trapped.
yeah, check this out. Look where Danny's head is in relation to the strangle arm. Like Danny actually brought his head to the same side as the strangle arm. So I'm curious if maybe there was a bit more jaw pressure on this, right? Because he finishes there with the strangle arm and the head on the same side. So may have been a bit more.
Like that was bulldog choke.
Yeah, a little bit across the jaw.
Yeah.
Got the tap though.
Nice double leg, but left it on the outside. Yeah. He just couldn't continue to cut that angle.
There's a reason I don't frequently shoot legs on Danny. Because he'll even do this shit to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it ain't fun.
Killer.
It's that mutual arm drag dance that we were talking about.
Oh yeah, just where they start spinning at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I miss it. It's like Aiden tried to hit it quick. Little tornado action.
So from what I'm watching of Brooke and Caleb, her guard is holding up pretty well against Caleb. His passing is good. Well, now he got his knees behind her knees. So
yeah,
once that happened,
yeah, I feel like he's been making really good use of his height and his ability to extend his legs away, and because he'll walk around my guard like that pretty frequently these days. Like I have to really rely on framing his hips as he's making that turn, and hope that I could get like my side guard, get a knee across. Danny's just bullying Aiden right now.
this was a fun match to watch. The last matches of their night are always the best, I feel like, because everyone's so exhausted.
Yeah.
No one took breaks, like there were no breaks. I felt like from like Caleb,
except for this guy, and this guy.
Hey, I had a break the entire night. I was just trying not to cough on everybody.
So Brooke with her patented Brooke body fold takedown.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times she's hit that on me.
Yep.
I just feel like I'm at the chiropractor. Austin looking cool and collected here, but not doing enough to get out. But he isn't in any real danger. Now he's in some danger.
Yeah, Caleb's doing a good job of using his right ankle and heel, like to back heel, and keep Austin's leg trapped to put some pressure. His left leg isn't really in a good spot to start applying like tension yet. But I think he winds up getting it anyway, maybe in the hopping back and forth.
Thanks a lot, Facility. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hope to see you again. And we'll try to jump in on yours, too. We normally have class at that time, but maybe next time I'm badly injured, I'll tune in again. That was Aiden, or God damn it was Caleb. Not gonna hear the end of it ever. Ooh, what is up with these two?
They were trying. Brooke was trying to take his leg off.
Yeah, Brooke's reaping heavily.
Yep.
Oh,
Aiden rolled out of it.
Aiden just flexed. I would murder him if I was standing in front of him. Yeah, where are your muscles now, bud? Oh, what happened? Did she crush his already crushed ribs with that shin? Oh, you're gonna have to shoot better than that, man. Or just fake your shot and make her belly flop. All right, last match of the night. I love how much respect people give Austin's legs at this point.
Yeah.
They're just like, nah, I'm not going to hang out here. Skip ahead. Good opportunity to start working the clamp guard there. Yep. Really, anytime that you can attack an overhook like that deep of an overhook, it's a consideration. Or clamp guard should be a consideration. Excellent.
To pass the arm across the body.
Man, he's in pendulum sweep mode right now. Like he's so close to it. And like, yeah, right here, this little elbow push right across, and then the knee pull in. Yep. Perfect, right? Adjust his guard up a little bit higher. So like, I don't know. This is a great spot, Austin, to add in these pendulum sweeps to your arsenal. If you can't just like jump to those easy triangles anymore because people are getting wise to your bullshit, or you can't cut across to the armbar, you have a great chance to put him on his back. So again, remind me, we could go over that, and you can add that in. But if you're that effective with triangles and arm bars, you know, from your back, having a good go-to sweep will be a really, really great addition. Good guard retention.
Very nice.
So boring. Good guard pass. So the buggy choke is only really effective if this cross-face arm is on the other side.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind, because you tried to do that to me, I think, last week. Right, because the whole point of the buggy choke is to use their shoulder on the one side. So when he's cross-facing you like this, you're not going to be able to close that distance from his neck to his shoulder in the same way.
Nice escape.
Ooh, up on the leg. Nice. Cool. You guys are animals. Really great training. Really, really good. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy all the new emotes. I'll try to make some more. I only have space for a few, or I might have to bump some up to the other membership tiers. But I've got, from my notes from this class, I've got a muffler, a cauliflower, and a teabag emote. So maybe you guys let me know which ones you want to see. And I'll try to put something together. Good half gi stuff, yeah, right? Yeah, thanks for being so committed to the gi that you only kept half of it on this class. Cool. Other than that, you catch us up on YouTube for the replay. Follow us, subscribe here, subscribe over on YouTube. And yeah, we will be back in class. I'll be there tomorrow. Hopefully not sounding the way I do right now and not coughing everywhere. Yeah, what else? What about you? Are you still sick?
I mean, I feel okay. I'm hacking like crazy, so I've been trying to stay away.
Charming.
But, yeah.
See you, Steven.
Later.
All right, guys. Yeah, you know the deal. Trim your nails, do your laundry, don't be stinky.
That's it.
Come to class, keep training hard, and we will see you guys soon.
See you tomorrow.
Later.